I'll share with you a strategy that I've followed in my life, and I discovered this by sheer accident. And it's not only the most effective and powerful strategy I've followed, but it is the most uncomfortable. And I'll tell you what it is. Feel free and comment down below if you agree, disagree. About that video that I put up about my suicide. And so when I was going through that phase, when I was alone, even though I had a laptop and I bought a cheap USB connection that I could get, the hotel Wi-Fi was crap. And plus I had a smartphone. But somehow, because of the depression and because of the phase I was going through, the pain and loneliness, I didn't feel like logging onto social media. And those days, there was, Facebook was just in its not infancy, but not much was happening. There were no chat groups. YouTube was not up to the mark as it is today. So what I has to do is, I has to sit in the room alone. The laptop is not on. The phone, I'm not checking it. And I would sit alone. I would sit alone in total silence. And sometimes I even would not open the curtain. It would be dark. And I would sit there. Sit near the bed. Sometimes I'd lie down. Sometimes I end up going to sleep. But there was no noise, there was nothing. And then I'd fall off to sleep and wake up. And then again, quiet, silence. Okay, I would do this until maybe it was time to eat food. Then I would leave, go have something to eat, not meet with anyone, not talk to anyone, just eat something. Yeah, obviously, if someone were to say hi, how are you, hello, just talk to them. But not take my phone to watch movies or check anything, and come back home. I would do this for, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. Okay. And I repeated the same exercise when I came down here to Thailand. Some movie, I had to start my life all over again. I remember staying in this hotel, which is now currently closed, run by a Russian group of people. I remember as I was lying down, I slept, it was cold, just a bed space and small table. So I woke up in the morning, just like couple of hours before or couple of days before, I was actually in my house in Dubai, or Sharjah, as you can say it. I had a library, I had my normal life a couple of days ago. And now here I had nothing. And obviously I had shipped everything, closed down everything, broke off all relationships. And now here I was alone. When I woke up in the morning, whatever time, I sat on the bed, it was cold. Went, brushed my teeth, new place. And then sat on that, small little, I don't know, you call it table or coffee table or whatever. The laptop was there. I didn't open the laptop, I didn't put it on. I just sat down there. And then in silence, I just looked at myself and said, I'm restarting my life all over again. No friends. I don't know what's for the future. I don't know how I'll earn money. I don't know anything. I really don't know. And I just sat down there for, I think, a couple of hours. And then obviously I got hungry after some time. Just sitting, just imagine. I think I put a little bit of music at the background, but I couldn't even hear what the music was. It was not a singing song, it was just instrumental, soft. I just sat down on the chair, closed my eyes, I think 2-3 hours. And finally, closed the laptop, went out, had food, came back, sat again quiet. And I think the whole day I sat like that. Next day, obviously I had things to do, so I decided, okay, make notes and do things. But throughout this time, I was not listening to music. I was not engaging with anyone. I was not on social media, I was not updating posts, I was not talking to anyone. Only people I needed to do work or business. Now, what was the purpose of all this? What did I finally achieve? What is the benefit of doing all this? I don't know whether I can prove it scientifically or, or maybe you'll say it's just coincidence. But those moments where I refuse to check social media, refuse to look at the news, refuse to read other people's opinions about other things in the world, just focused on what I'm supposed to do, what I'm supposed to think, what I am supposed to achieve, the challenges, without talking to anyone. Yeah, if I needed advice and guidance on some legal issue, I would speak to that person. But nothing else. Just quiet, being focused. Somehow, I was able to achieve that. And this habit of not putting on music, not opening up a game, not listening to not watching YouTube video, not reading other people's comments. I practice this, say, once a while. I don't have a specific, I'll do it, 3 times a week. And when I sit and do it, my mind automatically goes blank. Sometimes I don't get any ideas. Sometimes I don't get any thought. But I let it be. I allow myself to be uncomfortable. And whatever comes to my mind, I actually take a sheet of paper and pencil. Like, for example, say, this sheet of paper, and I wrote it a couple of ideas on it. I have a couple of sheets there. I have a notebook, and sometimes even Google Docs. I just type it out. Or if I have my smartphone, I might send a WhatsApp to myself, because I have 2-3 phones. And I don't question the ideas. I don't try to make sense. I just feel, okay, this is a thought that came to my head. Let it be. And then I leave it. I save the thought. And I'll tell you, at some point, maybe not now, maybe after 2 months, maybe 3 months, something or another comes out of it. I think it's very important for us as human beings. We need to disconnect ourselves from the noise, the social media, the WhatsApp messages, the Facebook messages, the emails, the notifications, the game notifications, the game logins, the YouTube videos, the podcasts, the chatting, the noise, the interaction, and just be quiet for some time. I think what is missing in our lives is stillness and silence. Even when we are sleeping, the hum of the AC or the fan, or we try to put a calming music to put ourselves to sleep, we are always bombarded with some stimulation. I think it's very important to sometimes not have any. That is why, I have my room alone, and after my baby goes to school and my wife is separate in her room, she knows the ritual. I sit in my room, close my eyes. I'm not sleepy. I just sit and I just let go. I see what comes in. And this can be useful when you're in your moments of stress. It can be useful when you're thinking of creative ideas. It can be useful when sometimes you just need to evaluate, where are you headed in life? What are you doing? And eventually, I'll tell you, you'll find this exercise worth doing once a while. I'm not saying that you're going to get $1 billion idea, or your life is going to change, or you're going to experience nirvana. I don't know. But for me, this habit of detaching myself from the world, the noise, the stimulation, everything, and just being still, not thinking anything, just allowing myself to, it can be 1 hour, it can be half a day, it can be 1 full day. Some people even do it for a week, although I don't need it for so long. But I'll tell you, it's necessary. And for some reason, just like when you sleep and wake up, It resets your body. That is if you go to proper sleep. And if you meditate also. For me, these brief moments that I practice sometimes, they really help me. Anyway, let me know if you have tried this. Maybe in some form of meditation or some exercise. And what have you experienced? But yeah, don't try any stimulant, like people say mushrooms and ayahuasca and all that crap. That all you forget. Don't need external stimulation to what you have is enough. Don't justify the reason to get high. Some people like that experience. Sorry, I'm not one of those. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. Let me know your thoughts. This is me signing off. Guys, take care.